What's going on, folks? I hope you're having a good evening. When we last spoke, I had a situation I was talking to you guys about where a complete stranger walked amongst me and my family and, didn't identify themselves. And the whole situation just, it played out so illogically, and it was just, from my standpoint, the guy was completely being irrational. What I always talk to you guys about, that many of you who are sane realize that the average person is insane. So many of these people who are demoniacs, who will meet their fate when that time comes, these people are amongst us. And this is what they're doing, folks. This is how you're affected. So I want you to pay attention to the subtly aggressive behavior that people display. And that's really important because in these situations, you could literally lose your life. You've seen this happen over and over again. You've read things, you've seen things in media, and not just about sensationalizing something. This is about your actual safety, folks. That was a surreal moment for me, right? Now, ultimately, I realized, because I am holding on to the Most High, and I do know the Most High, folks, right? My great mentor, friends, folks. And so I'm not afraid on levels, but I had to reason that to myself. For a minute, I felt guilty because the great son was present at that very moment. And I'm sitting there wondering what I'm going to do next or something, not realizing that my faith, and this is what we'll talk about too. That's why I talk about holding on to the Most High, folks, because I know He is real. I always know that He'll always deliver me as long as I'm His devotee, as long as I'm giving Him the praise, as long as I'm acknowledging that He's my everything, that He'll be my everything, folks, and He'll be your everything, right? This is about things that you need to elevate in yourselves. But more importantly, in that self-realization, the best of you will want to be the best of you. You get what I'm saying? Those of you who scoff at what I'm saying, you don't want to be better. You don't want to improve yourself, right? I made it a point to come out here tonight, and do my walk and everything and enjoy myself and reclaim this place, because I'm not going to let some fool, mess up a good day or a good video. And I'm prepared this time, So we set out and had a few, drinks or whatever and just relaxed or whatever. And I'm fine. But I want you guys to really pay attention to your safety at all times, because these people are possessed by lower energy, right? So subtly pay attention to that aggressive behavior, right? This person walked up on us, and they had that look in their eyes, and I call it that dark look. You know what I'm talking about, folks. That look where you have 1 second to react. Either you're going to crack this person in the face, either you're going to run, you're going to do something. But you had that one moment to pay attention to that action or how that person was behaving. It was irrational from the start, like I said. To pull up, this is a area where people frequent, and people and families, groups hang out and stuff, and everyone has a lot of something when they're there, and it's first come, first serve type of thing, and no one disrupts other people. To just get out of your car, and because maybe you frequented that space on another time when you were there, and people respected your rights to have that time, you walk up on a person and stand amongst them. And like I said, I was checking the person out when I was trying to get them to identify themselves, and they had that glassy, sterile look in their eyes, and they just was just staring at the water. And I said, this person is clearly, commandeered, and I understand there's a bigger fight, so I saw that, and I reacted appropriately, because sometimes it's not about trying to prove something, folks. All right. Now, I want to talk about what did I say? Because I put some notes down, because I was just hanging out today, and this was off the cuff, and I told you I would follow the video up I did previously, and I appreciate your likes and your support on that video. But with the knock, you always want to expect stupidity, meaning that the narcissist will always be the narcissist no matter what. They're foolish. And if you pay close enough attention, you can always identify their intentions. And there's that word again. Meaning if it's aggressive, meaning if it's in some form of them trying to hustle you or something. The things that they do. But in every way, when you people wake up, the best of you are waking up and you understand that all of the stuff that's happening to you is literally because another person wants to do it. And that's that dark energy. So it is always a bigger fight. That's why we always go to this when I talk about narcissism. Yeah, we can get clinical all day, folks. We can talk about what the manual was saying about borderline personality traits and all types of this bullshit, which is not necessarily bullshit, but what I told you on a bigger level, this is, I understand it, and my reasoning from how I understand it, I get it. You're right. When you have light in you, you will have those dark energies trying to consume that light, and they will commandeer people and use them as these empty people as vessels to do what they're bidding. Right? These are the people who are going to be destroyed, folks. So I wanted to talk about, society. I talked about that in the last couple of videos. I was talking about these jobs and the shit that people do, these bosses who are narcissistic because they clearly don't care about you. So you had a situation on that job where that kid, had to work a job and deal with feces and stuff and didn't have the appropriate gear to handle this type of stuff, got sick from it. And the boss couldn't even reason with this person that they were ill from this situation and supported them on it. Instead of that, they had them do more work involving the same type of stuff. So narcissists are cold-hearted, folks, because they lack empathy and they're incapable of this. This is why they're demoniacs, folks. You're not dealing with people on a people-to-people level. You're people-to-people, but the bigger fight is always at play. That's why I keep saying this, right? So here's another one. Right, and I remember taking account to all the stuff that we were talking about in the situation and the difference. I was laughing because they were making it funny to me, but when I think about it, it's serious how these aggressive tactics and these devaluing scenarios play out on these jobs where people, customers, or your actual subordinates or workers or co-workers or whoever they are, whatever way your relationship dynamic plays out with other narc individuals in your workplace, how they do things to you, and that really affect you. They're putting food on the floor, they're putting your shitting all over the floor, they're doing disgusting things for the purpose of getting a reaction and to feed off that reaction, folks. And it's sickening. That's sick in itself, isn't it? But this is what you're dealing with, right? So and oh yeah, and I told you I'd give you an update. The person did leave the job, right? As of this week, they were going to leave the job or something. I don't know if they actually did it, but I'm just going to give you that update on that level and say that they did do something that I commend on that level, because you are always worthy, folks. This is about devaluing you, right? But there was a situation where they were talking about, in just not in addition to the shit situation, there were situations where they would clean these areas, these restrooms or something, and as they're cleaning or shining something, someone would come in and stand in front of the mirror and pop zits. And that was what they would do. Like, these kids would come in, and think about it, when you were young or something, and I don't know if it's a young thing or something, to hang out in a fast food bathroom and fucking fix your hair and shit when there's all types of fucking shit on the floor and hair follicles and shit all over the sink and nasty shit. Half the time you guys at rest stops don't even want to fucking step on the floor with your nasty ass shoes. Just think about it. So you're in there doing your hair in the fucking nasty ass bathroom with shit on the floor. Excuse me, folks. So that's the whole point about looking at it from that standpoint. These, you're in the mirror popping a zit while somebody's trying to clean it. You're standing next to them. They got cleaning detergent, wiping off something, and you're popping zits and brushing your teeth or something in a public bathroom with shit on the floor. Like, it's disgusting. Most people just stop at these places, use them, and go about their day. But you're dealing with a public or a society who is incapable of logical, reasonable behavior in different situations. Why we always do the videos, folks. You know, so I really want to do a stunt video, you know, about that. But I felt that it was important to do a follow-up to what happened, you know, yesterday. And I just, you know, it's important for you guys, because I think that's really important. Those people who are aggressive in this world, who want to do things to you, will seek you out, folks. And that's what you don't understand when I always talk about making you a victim. These people will always try to make you victims, right? The best of you will want to see a day where these people don't exist. They don't have a right to exist in your society if they want to suppress your free will. If living life is about all of us enjoying the blessing that God has given us for the experience. If he doesn't agree with things that are happening, why are you guys going along with it? Because you have put your trust in the wrong places. Man cannot deliver you, folks. Right? And on the levels that I experience, you know, the knowledge that God has shown me, I am supremely blessed and I am supremely thankful, and I give him all the praise all the time. Talk to him every day, folks. You know, to keep me away from these low-level people, to protect me in spaces. Because if I were armed at that particular moment and that person didn't respond, then I would be forced to confront them. Now, I wouldn't shoot them or something, but I would have to, you know, aggressively deal with them to get them out of the space and protect my family, folks. Right? You know? Why can't you just go down and enjoy the riverfront and enjoy yourselves without having to worry about, you know, making sure that you're packing heat because crazy people are walking around? I want you guys to think about that. A lot of these people are in your families, and you are a lot of these people. And if you are, how did you get there is what I want you to think about. You got there because someone made you who you are. That person was affected. And if you don't understand that this demon flu, this DF, is going around infecting people in society on great levels, to the point where you work jobs and you're treated like shit, to the point where you want to step on other people, suppress them in all ways, right? Get ahead by getting over on somebody else, right? Not wanting to work together, not appreciating a society where everyone is actually working together and everyone has everything in abundance. And that will be effectively living on a higher vibrational level. So since you fucking fools are not capable of realizing these things, and consistently we talk about this every video. For those of you with the vibration, you're in the, you know, you're good to go. But those of you who are going to be part of this problem, for the reckoning, you're not reasoning with why the world could be better and that you are the fucking problem. You said people have a right to coexist, and I can be an asshole and you can be, you know, peaceful. And that's fine. That's not necessarily the case when the person's always the underdog or the victim. You get what I'm saying? Only the people who are stepping on you are coming with this bullshit. These spiels about this foolishness, folks, of how things should be. If you saw real reality and you really understood how real things are, right, and why you should appreciate the Most High and give your praises to him, everything would change. But you're not capable. So every video we're going to make that a point to express that. I'm going to urge you strongly to get in touch with the Most High. Reach out to him through your hearts, folks. Very important. Because there's going to be a day where it's going to be too late to do that. You know, and those of you who want to wait to that last moment, you are part of the problem, okay? So be safe. Next video we'll get to the stump. You guys going over to my website, thinkbehavior.info. Pick up my book, I Love Bad Behavior. You can pick the book up on Amazon. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the new subscriptions. And you guys have a great evening. We'll talk soon. You guys take care.